Haley, sorry, I got a bit distracted because the crowd suddenly started roaring here inside SoFi Stadium, and it's because they were watching the scoreboard and they saw that the Cincinnati Bengals just tied the Kansas City Chiefs 21, so they're showing the AFC Championship game inside the building. So we heard the roar and we turned around thinking to ourselves, what on earth is going on? And guys, we just figured it out. Man, there you go.
All tied up.
That's why we play the game.
That's right.
That's why we play the game.
I mean, the Chiefs came out gangbusters in that game, and you thought that game was going to be a lopsided affair. And I'll tell you, those Bengals, they can surprise you.
They don't quit. I told Jackie, Joe Burrow is not going to stop. Man, he's a tough kid. He's going to come back.
Let me ask you guys about this as we look down at the stadium and as fans continue to stream in here, and welcome back alongside the field, everybody. We got the best seats in the house. They're not going to let us stay here, are they?
No, they're not going to let us stay here.
For the game, we
got to go to the second best seats in the house, which is the press box,
where it's quiet.
And it's it's high up there. That may be as close to heaven as I ever get. Let me ask you about Deebo Samuel and the kind of things he's done not only this season for the 49ers, but what he's done against the Rams this season. And in a couple of games, he's been absolutely dominant with 3 touchdowns scored. He also threw a touchdown, and it just seems every time he touches the ball, he makes something special happen.
Good things happen. Well, they call it great players, and I tell you, he's an amazement to see him. And I think when he plays, he's so versatile. And looking at him warm up in his shorts out here, Jackie was commenting and said, look at that guy. He looks just like who, Jackie? Who'd you say?
Well, actually, his measurables are the exact same measurables as Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch.
A great running back with the Seattle Seahawks. But this guy's a wide receiver.
Yeah, wide receiver. He can run the football, Kyle, out of the backfield. They can throw to him out of the backfield. He can run reverses. He can block. He can throw the pass. I mean,
do it all.
He's versatile. Really so that's something that coaches love to see with players.
You would think that would be number one on the to-do list today, right? For Reed Morris is to somehow put the clamps on Deebo Samuel.
Absolutely, and unfortunately, he's limited as to where he can, centralize his focus. He can't say we got to stop him as a wide receiver because they put him in the backfield behind Trent Williams and Laken Tomlinson. I mean, the guy is probably one of the more versatile football players in the entire National Football League. He can run a route and kill you dead there. You put him in the backfield, and you saw what just happened the last couple of weeks with him. He's killing people dead there. He's a unique guy, and the way Shanahan deploys him has been special, and he's always had a positive impact. I'm surprised that we don't see more guys like that. When you think about wide receivers, you usually think about guys that are running 4 or 5 40s and 4 3s and all of that. Guys that can just fly. But in this particular game, 2 of the very best and the top 2 honored wide receivers in the NFL this year are 4-6 guys.
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp and Deebo Samuel. It's really a treat to watch it.
All right, guys. Right now, our Jerron Moncure standing by with someone who can give us more details on what is to come in the Los Angeles market.
And then when we start winning and you're here in LA and the weather's nice and it's Hollywood, it's easy to start feeling good here.
All right, and that is a look at the kind of things that Von Miller has been doing, not only here with the Rams, but in his career and in his postseason. 8 sacks in the last 6 games. When he got here, Jackie, of course, he was dealing with an ankle injury, and once that healed up, we started seeing what he was made of. He's been a difference maker.
Right, and for us to conclude that there were no questions about him when he got here is ridiculous, because I'm thinking this guy's got some age on him. He didn't play a lot the previous year, and here the Rams are trading for him. This ankle might be better than what we really think. So I've been watching him closely during this entire time, and what I've been seeing from him of late with a couple of sacks that I saw, you can't do those things with a bad ankle. This guy's special. There's no doubt about it, and I'm looking for him to pay big time dividends the rest of the way for the Rams. They get what they paid for. Oh yeah, he's rolling. He's rolling. Yeah. There's no doubt about it.
Well, we want to welcome in a very special guest right now. We are joined by former Rams quarterback James Shaq Harris. And Shaq, it is so great to have you with us today. And you were just telling me a moment ago that you've never been inside this building before. So the first thing I want to ask is, coming in here and seeing the surroundings and the atmosphere, what do you think of SoFi Stadium?
Oh, it's exciting. It's a championship atmosphere. Heard a lot about the stadium, and it's not disappointing.
Hey, Shaq, I got to ask you a question. You know, when we played, it was like 3 plays in a cloud of dust, right? And or they drop back every now and then and throw the ball. What's your take on what the game's like today with this wide open offense, and motion, and reverses, play action, rollouts? What's your take on it?
I think it's a more exciting game today, wide open offense. I would enjoy playing in it, but I think today, you got better athletes, they're more nutritional, they work out all the time, and you're producing some great outcomes. Look at last weekend. That was tremendous football.
Well, I got to let you guys know that I'm honored that Shaq is sitting next to me. I really am, because I was a part of the offensive line in 1976. I wasn't starting, but I was a part of that group. In 1976, we go up to San Francisco on a Monday night, and we allowed him to get sacked 10 times. And I felt so bad. I really felt so bad. But I want to let you know that Big John Williams, he was a veteran at that time, and Dennis Harrer and I walked out of that room after Ray Prohasker, our line coach, got done tearing us up. And we wanted to hear what Big John said, and Big John looked at us and he said, "That wasn't as bad as I thought it was." Oh, my goodness.
That's Big John's opinion. But I will say this, they rebound, finished strong, and we was able to have a great season.
We had a great season. We made it all the way. We made it all the way that year to the NFC Championship, and we lost to Minnesota in Minnesota.
That's right. And Shaq, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about your legacy. I was talking to one of my coworkers today, Gerard Moncure, and he said that he has your jersey because of what you meant to him in the game of football and society. Because back then, 1975, you became the first African-American quarterback to start the season opener. And then, with Jackie, became the first African-American quarterback to start and win a playoff game. And the first African-American quarterback to play in the Pro Bowl. So I want to ask you, at the time, did you realize the impact that you would have on future generations, the pioneer that you were, and what was that like for you?
No, I didn't, because there was no other blacks in the league. I was merely trying to make it. I knew I represented the opportunity for others. And there were so many outstanding quarterbacks before me who were denied an opportunity. And I was just trying to make sure that I was prepared and that I could represent those guys well. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I learned a lot from Shaq.
Did you?
His demeanor, his calmness.
Oh, he was cool now.
What you meant in your humility. Shaq, I'm telling you what, I look at you and I go, man, I gotta be like that guy. Oh. So you had a big impact on a lot of future quarterbacks who came up through this league.
Thank you for the compliment. Thank you for the
Shaq,
compliment.
pleasure to have you with us. It's an honor. Enjoy the football game today. Go Rams.
Go Rams.
Go Rams.
All right, we're going to take a quick time out. We're back with more of the pregame show right after this.